We had DARE officers when I was growing up.
I was just going to say, we were the smoke-free class of 2000. DARE?
We
are the smoke-free class of 2000.
Did you smoke in high school?
Middle school. 200. Everyone's a hero. Or a zero. It was like...
Were you a hero or a zero?
I was a zero. But yeah, that went along with the whole DARE program. So satisfying.
I can't believe you wanted me to move the Rey Mysterio mask.
I mean, I didn't know it was Rey Mysterio's mask.
It
Sorry.
says his name on it. He wrote his name. He signed it.
Sorry, Ray.
It's one of the goats.
That looks like one of those masks that they wear, like the Mexican...
It's a luchador mask.
Yeah, the luchador mask. That is what it is, right?
Of course.
Oh.
He's one of the greatest luchadors to ever do it.
I feel like there's something very BDSM about luchador masks.
No.
I mean, but you know what I mean? Why I said that?
Mm-mm.
I've always wanted to try it.
BDSM?
Well, I've always wanted to try, like, the whole, like... after 50 Shades of Grey, I like wanted to.
That is so incredibly basic.
No, it is. But I've always wanted someone to like dominate me a little bit.
Really?
But like in that, like I'm the sub and they're the
dom.
The dom.
Would you trust your husband to do it?
Probably not.
Hey, I feel like he would take it too far.
No, I'd want someone who's like a pro at it, like really knows, and like is because what it is I'm the sub, but it's like all about me.
A boy dom?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want them to like do stuff that makes me feel good.
I see.
Okay.
I see. You should put out an ad on Craigslist.
Right? Can you let me borrow that so they know I'm serious?
It wouldn't be, no. That wouldn't be the appropriate mask for it. No, absolutely not.
More of a ball gag situation.
Yeah. You're thinking of like the Gimp.
Yeah.
From Pulp Fiction.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I did not like that.
Pretty far from okay.
Pretty far from okay. Say what again, motherfucker? How dare you?
Pulp Fiction's so great.
Oh,
Welcome.
so good.
We are satisfying you.
Yes.
And we are satisfying.
Yeah. That's what we do.
Sam Roberts, Nicole Biggins.
That's why we come together each week.
That is true.
And just because we love each other.
That is true too. How has your week been?
The week's been okay. I mean, I'm fine. I feel like I'm not getting like, I guess I'm just like a mom. I'm just like running around all the
You're not
sports.
like most moms.
I'm not like most moms. I'm a cool mom.
Oh, cool.
Just like a lot of sports. I just feel like I'm just like, all I do is go from one field to a meet to a game to a, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a lot.
It just cuts into my,
What are you doing with your
party.
mouth?
No.
Cuts into my,
Cuts into my, No, it cuts into
no,
my,
I can see where that would be an interest.
my like relaxing and like kind of like downtime during the weekend, but it makes me happy that they're happy.
Right. Do you do a lot of relaxing downtime?
I try.
Yeah.
I'm not great at it.
No. You feel like you should be doing something.
I do often feel like that, but I love like a good nap.
Sure.
I'm a good napper.
You know who's the top napper of all time?
Who?
Hot Dog.
Is he?
I mean, he naps insane amounts.
Like, can he just like be like, okay, I'm gonna take a nap, even if he's not tired? Like, I'm gonna go lay on
yeah,
that
he'll sleep
couch.
for 14 hours a day.
That's crazy. And probably not
crazy.
healthy.
I don't think so.
You can't nap, right?
No, I mean, when I get really beat up, it's very helpful to get like 45 minutes or so in the middle of the day at some point.
But you can fall asleep.
Only if I'm really beat up.
Right. Like if you've really pushed your body to the limit, which I feel like you do often.
Often. You know what? More in the last 365 days, there have been times where I have napped.
Okay.
Where it wouldn't have been possible before. And that's when I realized, like, okay, we needed this.
You need this.
I had a weekend like that this weekend. I feel like sometimes
You pushed it to the limit. You did, though.
I did. And I think that sometimes my body takes like a couple days and then it goes, we're done.
Yes, stop.
We're done. So like, and I didn't know if I was getting a cold or something. Like Thursday last week, I started to get real kind of run down, like, okay. And then Friday, very much Saturday, and then even half the day on Sunday.
Yeah.
Like my body was like, we're not doing anything.
Well, it's like when I told you about Vegas that last night.
Right.
I went to see Aoki and I was like, what are you doing? My body powered down.
And coming off of Vegas, off that 6 day string, has there been like a recovery period?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been needing more sleep.
More rest.
More rest.
Right. Have you been getting it?
Not all the time.
All right.
I don't know. I just feel like I have things to do. There's things to do.
Yeah.
There's always things to do.
I feel like it's a New Year's resolution. I have been actively
working on it.
Yes. For the first time ever, actively trying to sleep, be more responsible with sleep.
Yeah. You don't you're not responsible to sleep. Because
No.
you tell me sometimes what your weeks look like.
And
And I know you're just trying to provide.
I'm just trying to provide.
You're the provider.
I got to feed these kids.
Right.
There's so many of them.
Well, I
they
mean,
keep popping up.
Yeah, but you want more.
I would have another 6.
But then you're never, ever going to sleep.
It's because I listen to Genuine. And we start making babies.
I mean, it happens.
You know, what can I do?
Ride it.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I'm talking about that pony. What a great song, though.
Yeah, Genuine. Babyface comes on.
But do you listen to music when you do it?
No, but I always like to joke that I do.
But like, I feel like
No, but I don't.
like there are people who like put on music and like that's like if it happens to be on, cool. But I don't have like a sex mix.
No, I don't have a sex mix myself. That's what I call Christmas, Sexmas. No, I don't have a sex mix. Although I think also because you and I have been married to other people
Yes.
for a long time,
Yeah.
that the idea of being performative
Yes.
is kind of out the window.
I mean, even when I tried back then, like, the famous story when like I had like really cute lingerie on. It was like in the middle of the day. I don't know why he was home for some reason. And I went, I peed real quick and then I was going to come out and surprise him in the lingerie. And I came out, I had toilet paper hanging out of like the thong or whatever I was wearing.
You're not built for it.
I'm not. Like, I'm very sexual, but like I'm still kind of goofy.
Right. Yeah. You maintain the vibe. It's not like you turn on this other.
No.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
And no, same.
But I just think there is something very cool and like romantic about like, I don't know. I don't think any
Rose petals on the bed.
No, I don't need that. Like you, Jess, me, and none of us are really that romantic.
I don't think so.
No, that's not like our thing.
No.
We're not romantic people.
Because it's not performative. We all
is.
love each other.
Yes.
But it's real.
Yeah.
And when you have that real affection, that's there. You don't need to put on a show.
Right.
To be like, hey, this is the first song that we whatever to blah, blah, blah. And you're like,
right.
Oh my God, can we just hang out?
Well, for me, what it is, and I think it's like this for a lot of women because we're really up in our head. Like, it's not going to do it for me if you're just like, let's do it. Hey, want to do it? No.
Yeah, honestly, what?
I don't want to do it now that you said that.
Now, it's not music.
No.
It's not rose petals.
Cuddle me.
It's not. Here's what it is.
What?
Trick her into watching Bridgerton.
Oh.
That's it.
He found me watching Bridgerton. He was like, are you humping the couch? I swear to God. And I wasn't, but I think he just saw like my hips moving a little. It's so good and it's so like.
But that doesn't mean you have to thrust like a dog.
I didn't fully. I wasn't like humping.
Well, he noticed it.
He did. He was like, what are you doing? I was like, nothing. It's so good and so sexual. But yeah, like snuggle me, like make out with me a little bit because I always feel like I want to feel not the pressure. Like
you want to feel not the pressure.
Not the pressure. I want to feel not the pressure.
I get that. Okay. Totally. I know English is your second language.
Like how do you start it? Or you just like kind of, and you like push your dick in her back like Matt does?
No, I mean, you temperature check, like hand.
Oh.
If there's movement, scoop.
Towards.
Right.
Or away.
Either side, hand, scoop. Although sometimes when it's
What's the scoop?
Like hand on the back.
Yes.
She moves closer.
Scoop the butt.
Now almost like a cuddle scenario.
Okay.
And now we're in the process of, this is probably gonna be a nice slow road.
Okay, like a nice slow road.
But I think we both know what exit we're getting off at.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Like we've decided
I really like that.
We're not we can go 35.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We're going to the same place.
Yeah, no rush.
You know what I mean? We know what the destination is, so
Right.
let's just
Okay.
slow ride, take it easy.
I like that.
That's kind of the process. I think that's a good process.
It's a great process.
It's
a formula for success.
There have been times though where like the process has begun and nothing will happen. And the next morning she goes, Sam, you seem so tired last night. Like I was like, Jess, you fell asleep on my chest 4 times. She goes, what?
Oh.
I go, yeah, baby girl, you fell asleep 4 times.
It's okay.
And I go, it's okay. But I'm not gonna.
And marital rape's not your thing.
I'm not gonna pursue action with somebody who's clearly falling in and out of consciousness.
Yeah.
I can't.
Not in good conscience.
No, and it's not getting me all hot and bothered. No, can't do it.
Doesn't turn you on.
No, it's not for me. It's not for me. Although I do sometimes question you and your husband.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going on Instagram, right? And I know people love it when you and Matt are together. Any of the people who listen to your stuff, they always get whether it's with the Taylor stuff, whether it's they have kids. They said a couple times he's even FaceTimed into here.
Yes,
like they love it when you guys are together. And I go, I gotta see what this is all about because obviously I love when you guys are together, but like we hang out together,
right.
what's this dynamic like on a show? And I'm looking at your Instagram and I'm looking at clips. And the two of you are just sitting next to each other, staring at the camera going, well, yeah, I don't know about that either. Yeah, me neither. I don't know about that. And you're just like, you're next to each other, looking straight ahead at the camera, arms kind of like at your sides. And I'm going like, is this like a Joker video from Dark Knight Rises? Is this...
You told Matt that it looked like a hostage video.
It looked like a hostage video.
Like a POW. Like we were...
I wanted to check in to say, are you sending me, is this a secret signal?
Blink twice if you're safe.
I watched the video 6 times looking for some kind of Morse code. Where it's like, boop, boop, boop.
I don't know what happened. He randomly fills in if Rich's not there, and sometimes Sarah does stuff. I don't know. We set it up, and then like I felt like we needed to look at the camera like we were talking to the people. We were talking to our village bitches.
But why would the two of you...
I don't know.
Be doing like that's now it becomes a tandem speech.
So now this episode, there's another episode of Have Kids Said coming out today.
Okay,
and that's with him. And when I got home, he was setting it up in a completely different room, in the family room, all this stuff. I was like, "What are you doing?" He said, "Sam said it looks like a hostage video. We can't do that again."
I feel like, by the way, at this period of my life, I'm having a lot of influence over a lot of different things.
You're meant to be a cult leader.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm not getting any credit for it.
Oh, I always give you credit.
I know you do.
Always, maybe not Matt.
Because
I mean, I talked to my therapist. I'm like, well, Sam said.
That's why I need you around all the time.
She knows you.
Well,
Sam's right.
Does she say that?
Often.
I love that. I love that she's not like, well, you should probably listen to me, not your weirdo friend that you do a podcast with.
I'm very glad you have him in your life, I believe she said.
Really?
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I heard from all the moms of the girls I was in a friend zone with.
Did that for real happen? Did you get friend zoned all the time?
No, because eventually I would get bored, you know?
You'd be like,
I'm not going to, I'm going to go home and watch wrestling. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit there.
That seems to have panned out for you.
That's it. That's right. But there was a time in college where a girl did tell me her parents were really happy. She was like, I've been a bad girl. And I was like, really?
Okay.
And she goes, yeah, my parents are really happy that I have a friend like you who I can just go to the movies with.
Oh, that hurts me in my soul.
But you know what?
You didn't care?
No, it was the last movie we went to. I can't. I can't. I go, okay, I respect it. All good.
But you're attracted to her and that's it. Bye.
Yeah, and even if I wasn't, I can't be that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even if it wasn't like...
That's not your role.
Even if in my head it was like, yeah, we are just hanging. Like the idea of like, I'm the safe friend for your parents. I can't do it.
It's not a good look.
I can't do it because you don't... I'm stopping you from doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
And just the whole perception of that is weird and pathetic.
You have to end the narrative immediately. And you did.
I have to.
You did.
I have to. Because if that word gets out, and it will.
Yeah.
I mean, then I'm that to everybody.
That guy.
I can't be that guy.
You're that guy.
I'd rather be at home watching
So there
wrestling.
is an old movie that Parker made me watch called Kissing Booth. It's so lame, but whatever. It's got Jacob Elordi in it. The premise is that it's this girl who grew up with these two brothers. One of the brothers she's best friends with, and the other one she like falls in love with. Jacob Elordi she falls in love with eventually. But my thing is, I don't believe, with the exception of you and me, that you could ever be friends really with the opposite sex. Like if you were best friends, like that's her best friend, this guy. Like how is that? Because you want to be best friends with your partner. Like Jess is your best friend, right? Like Matt's my best friend.
Correct.
So like if you're really best friends, then like how is this boy's your best friend and this boy is your boyfriend or your husband?
Yeah.
And I like to say, of course, boys and girls can be friends.
Great friends.
Great friends.
But hetero best friends?
I don't know. It really like sat with me. I was like, that's bullshit.
Because I feel like there would have to be a moment where you're like having like a really, even if it's...
Because your best friend, you have the best time in the world, but eventually that turns into...
Best time in the world, so it's either like an endorphin kick or maybe it's a really tough time in your life and you had the best conversation and it's late at night. But like, yeah, that feels too... It doesn't feel like it's something that could maintain.
I don't think my best friend would ever be like best would ever be a boy. Because your best friend should be your significant other, I think.
Yeah.
Like I have girl best friends.
You can have a girl best friend like me going, but yeah. Yeah, if I was like...
It really annoyed me.
No, if I really like legit went to my wife and I was like, Nicole is legit my best friend.
That doesn't make sense to me.
She'd go like this, like, cool, I don't want that bitch in my house anymore.
Like we are very, very close friends. But like
not best.
Best
not
is
best.
your significant other.
Right. Right. And yeah.
Even though I hate mine often.
Sure.
Right.
But
Still my best friend.
if you told me, Sam, I care more about you than my significant other,
That's
I
weird.
go like, we got to stop the.
Something's wrong.
Yeah, I can't.
Thank you. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
I'm with that. No.
Okay.
Yeah, especially once you're married.
Right?
If Jess had a male best friend, I would do everything I could in my life to sabotage their relationship.
Oh, I mean, that's very on brand for you.
Yeah,
right? Just tracks.
Yes, I would. I would make sure of that. Yeah. Like, what are you, crazy?
And her boyfriend is in Harvard, and the brother, her best friend, was like at Berkeley or something, and she couldn't decide where she should go. Should she go be with her best friend or her boyfriend? I was like, what?
Well, I mean, was the premise of the movie that she was actually in love with the best friend?
No. I know. I was like, Parker, just so you know, this is not realistic. It annoyed me.
And he wasn't like gay?
No, he had a girlfriend, and they were the four of them all hung out. Right?
Yeah, that's not good.
Spreading lies.
There's
falsehoods.
no way.
No.
And it ended that way, too?
Yeah, that's like a very popular movie. Like, people love the Kissing Booth movies. I never watched them.
There's
like,
multiple?
3.
I've never heard of this movie.
If you looked at, I think if you saw the characters, you'd be like, oh,
I've heard of Can't Buy Me Love.
that's very old and very good.
Yeah, it's very good, right?
Remember when he's on the lawnmower?
Yes, of
No
course I
shirt?
do.
Unnecessary to be shirtless, but so hot.
I
Are
can't
you looking up
believe-
Kissing Booth?
Yeah.
Why are you going on that computer, not this computer?
Because this computer has the Satistron thing. Yeah, I don't know anything.
You don't
about
know that?
No. Nope.
With Joey King, who played what's her name?
Yeah. Our girl.
All right.
Yeah.
They're old. They were for more
I'm
younger
sure
than
it was
us.
just, yeah. It just missed my gen.
Anyways, it just really
Missed
annoyed
my
me.
gen.
Missed
That's what
the
I said.
gen.
It just missed my gen.
I Googled, are we millennials 2 days ago because I couldn't remember what we are. And we technically just slid in.
We're late millennials. We're old millennials.
Old millennials.
Yeah, late.
Because I feel like millennials are always made fun of.
You know who makes fun of millennials?
Who?
Boomers.
Oh.
Like I've had to catch people going like, "Oh, that's such a millennial thing." I go, "Millennials are 40."
Wait, is Matt a boomer?
Well, no.
Yeah,
no, Matt's Gen X.
Oh, see, I can't.
You got to go boomer, but colloquially, anybody who sounds old is a boomer.
Fair.
So the actual boomers
Well, I thought it was
are
the boomer.
that's the baby boom generation.
generation.
But that's like
Oh, is that they just were all having babies because it was like the Great Depression?
post
and there
World
was
War II, I think.
There was nothing else to do but bang.
Well, yeah, it wasn't the Great Depression, but yeah.
Sorry, World War II.
Yeah, they were starting families because they were they were building new houses and there were government benefits to starting families.
Right. So it was like, let's get in the bedroom and make some more babies.
That's right. And I believe the greatest generation produced the baby boomers.
Well,
And the baby boomers might have produced Gen X.
I don't. There's so many different names and different things that
And then
fall
it
into that.
definitely goes Gen X,
Z.
millennial.
Is there a Z?
Yeah, Gen Z is under millennial. Gen Z is now the kind of high school
Why do we have
kids.
to label them all?
And then I think, yeah, that's right. Gen Z is the high school kids. And then the young kids
What are
now,
our kids?
Gen Alpha.
That's a thing?
I think so because they got to Z.
Oh, then there's
So then now they're starting the Greek alphabet.
We're going back. Okay.
Yeah, the Greek alphabet. So
Okay.
it'll be alpha,
Then
beta. Yeah.
I don't know what C is.
Kappa?
Yeah.
Right?
Look at us. Neither of us went to a fraternity or a sorority. Or
Alpha,
belonged
beta,
one.
kappa. Yeah, I think so. Well, I'm good. I'm glad you guys have better chemistry than what was displayed on that video because it was
People-
disgusting.
I'm sorry. It didn't.
Was I the only one who was like, "What are you guys doing?"
Yeah, but you were right. Because when I
Like-
did look back, we were kind of sitting like we were like on, it was like we were on television for the first time. We were on like the news.
Plus, when you normally do a podcast on Zoom, you're talking to each other.
Right, and you can see that.
Yeah, and you're talking to each other. You're not having a conversation
I don't
outwardly.
know why I did that. I
That's
really
crazy.
It is kind of weird. 'Cause
Yeah.
I thought you were being like nitpicky, and then
No,
I was like,
you
just-
thought this was a sweatpants on a plane
yes
type of
exactly
comment,
what I
but this
thought.
this was absolutely insane.
All right. Well,
Like
we
the
fixed
idea of
it.
two people doing a podcast where they're both talking directly to the audience is like nuts.
Wait, we shouldn't both be like, hello.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome to the show.
How are you, Sam?
I'm good, but how are you?
I'm okay.
The audience, not you, Nicole. The
You, the
audience. I don't
audience.
care how you are, Nicole. I'm talking to you.
All right, it's weird. I've
Yeah.
fixed it. Sorry, thank you.
That feels very like a bad program director told you to talk to the audience on the radio at some time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. And then for some reason it's just dug into your head right
so
there.
deep.
And you don't realize like people just want you and your husband to have a conversation.
Well, they just want us to bitch at each other and
Yeah.
laugh and make fun.
That's it.
That's all they need. So
That's all.
we gotta give them what they want. We want to satisfy them.
Yeah. I had to talk to my 8-year-old about drugs this week.
You did?
Uh-huh.
Like what kind of drugs?
Just drugs in general.
What happened? What did he ask?
Well, okay, so
Oh
I mean,
my
this
God.
SiriusXM is a dangerous platform
Okay.
because I turn it on and I was whatever. We were driving home from from a birthday party he went to, and I turned it on, and without even knowing it, 1 second, the first thing Faction Talk was still on, and Big J Ogerson's voice just said, "What if he spit in Annie's asshole?" And I went whoop, and then I just heard my son in the back going, "What?"
Well, okay. Also, wait. Rewind. Who is Annie?
I think Annie Letterman, the comedian.
And then, like, why is someone spitting in her asshole?
I had to change it.
So you don't even know
I don't
the
know.
end of the story.
Cliffhanger.
Okay.
Cliffhanger for days.
But that's not drugs.
Well, right.
Okay.
Then we had a little conversation about that. I'm like, you can't talk. He was like,
What
I want
did
to.
you say?
He was like, I want to say something, and I go, okay, you could say it just to me. It's just us in the car. And he was like, he was talking about spitting in butt cracks. And I
Okay.
was like,
I'd rather the butt crack than
Right.
that, right? The asshole feels very dirty.
and I was like, okay, but we're not going to talk about that anymore.
Okay.
And he goes, okay, right. And then so I put on Hits 1.
It was my fault?
Yeah.
What'd I say?
It wasn't you.
Oh.
I thought we'd be fine. It was Alex D.
Oh,
was her fault.
Wow. Alex D is like super
Edgy.
super PG.
It's the tunes that she was playing.
What was she playing?
So first Kendrick comes on,
Right.
and I pumped it up.
Did he ask you what a pedophile
We
was?
were no, because I knew that word was coming, and so I go like certified lover boy,
Yeah,
you know what I
smart,
mean,
smart.
and you miss the word, but then
Ba-ba.
yeah, exactly.
Do-do-do-ba.
And then Doechii came on.
Oh, Doechii, man.
We love Doechii,
I kind of like that song.
She's great.
It's fun.
but it was that song where she's listening to things that she likes.
Yes.
And she says, "I like drugs."
I mean, who doesn't?
Right, but that's on Hits 1.
Right. That's right.
And I go, and she said it. She was like, "I like drugs. I like strippers. I like
Yeah.
money." And I'm going like, okay, just keep driving. And then in the back, I heard, "Dad, what's drugs?" It's like,
I would think he would have maybe heard the word drugs before.
I think he heard it, but
and now it's like, I like drugs.
and also like probably heard it before, but now that it's just me and him, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna finally find out what this drugs thing is. And I go,
He knows to at least ask you because you do shoot it to him straight. I feel like Jess probably is like, you know?
yeah. And I go, what's drugs? He goes, yeah, what's drugs? And I go, well, it could be medicine.
Mhm.
But he goes, but like people, they like get drugged up.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what happens. I go, yeah. I go, but you know, dude, I was like, drugs are things that make people like when they're doing it, it might make them feel really good. Except, do you know what addiction is?
Oh dear. You
And
really
he-
went deep.
And he was like, it's like when you need something. And I was
Yes.
like, right, but it's when your body can't
Stop
cope
eating it. Right.
without needing it. I said, that's how drugs work. So it might make you feel good for a second,
Right.
but people get addicted to them and they can't stop using
Did
them.
you say that it hurts your body? Does bad for your body?
Wait till you hear what I said.
Oh God.
I said, people get addicted to it and it's unhealthy for them.
Mhm.
It's bad for their body.
Mm.
And then they lose all their friends and their family and their job and their money.
I mean, that's like heroin.
And he goes, I've seen people paint huffing on
What is that? Have you
on-
seen? Wait, have you seen?
on the A&E show.
Yes, but have you seen?
Intervention.
Yes, but mug shots of people are like they literally have like spray like silver or
Oh,
like
yeah.
gold. Oh, it's
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
Oh yeah, or the meth mug shots where it's
Oh,
like
my-
over the course of 3 years
like
they
they pick
age
their face off and-
yeah, and he goes, well,
I don't want to do that.
he goes, how'd they lose their house? What are you talking about? And I go, because they get so obsessed with drugs that they spend all their money on drugs and then they can't afford their house. They throw them out of the house. They don't have their jobs. And he goes, but how do they lose their friends? I go, their friends don't want to deal with them because they're bad people now because they do drugs all the time.
Right.
And he goes, man. And I go, yeah, dude, it's tough. And he goes, Dad, I'm really glad you told me this. And I go, good.
Because
And
now he
goes,
knows.
And he goes, honestly, I was planning on trying drugs maybe when I was 20, 21. And he goes, now I'm not going to.
Oh.
And he
that's
goes,
the best.
I bet mom didn't try drugs. I go, I don't think mom's tried drugs.
No.
No. But he said, yeah, now that you told me, I was thinking 2021, I might try drugging. No.
I like that he's already like thought about it, even without like not checking with you, but he's already been like, yeah, I'm gonna try that stuff.
Maybe 20, 21 years old.
You're so good at explaining those things.
You think so?
Yeah, like I feel like I'm calling you in. I'm phoning a friend next time I have to have a difficult conversation.
Where it's like, let's just have a real.
I did have a not a full drug conversation, but we were walking. I was like,
I didn't tell my wife that we had that conversation.
She's gonna be mad?
No,
I think you handled it well.
But I think she should know.
Yeah, you should probably tell her.
Like if my son said, like,
I was thinking about it.
I was thinking about doing drugs, but Dad told me not to. She'd be like, what?
Yeah. I was walking with Keegan and I said, he said, where are we going? I was like, I just got to run into the drugstore and like get something. I needed like shampoo or something. And he was like, the drugstore? You're going to buy drugs? He obviously already knew what it was. And I was like, no, like drugstore. Like I said, buddy, like a pharmacy's a drugstore, like Advil or, like Pepto, those are drugs. And he goes, but there's bad drugs too. And I said, yes, they do not have the bad drugs in there.
Right.
Well, I guess they do, but
right.
Some of them, but
right.
yes.
Codeine.
Yeah. Maybe those types of things. But yeah, so.
Yeah. I don't, we had DARE officers when I was growing up.
I was just going to say, we were the smoke-free class of 2000. DARE. We are the smoke-free class of 2000.
Did you smoke in high school?
Middle school. 200. Everyone's a hero or a zero. It was like.
Were you a hero or a zero?
I was a zero. But yeah, that went along with the whole DARE program.
Yeah.
And the DARE, I mean, didn't touch me.
Drug abuse resistance education. The only thing I remember about DARE was it was hilarious. You ever see the episode of The Simpsons when Homer goes to clown college and Krusty is getting super stressed out because the big baggy clown pants fit Homer like perfect pants because he's so fat?
No, I'm not.
Like the baggy pants fit nice and tight and snug.
Amazing.
Right. So the reason I bring it up with DARE is because the only thing I remember enjoying about DARE is that the one large kid in 5th grade, they gave XL t-shirts to everybody.
Too small for him too.
To everybody so that nobody felt any sort of way about it. So all of us are swimming in these t-shirts. And then there was one kid that was like,
tight.
What a great shirt. This fits perfectly. Oh. So it's like when they try to be sensitive.
It just backfires.
Because we know there's one kid, you believe the shirt fits him?
Do you think that there was a meeting about that and they were like, well, we got to do it for like Tony or whoever. And
right.
Like,
Let's
you know what?
Let's do XL.
Right. Let's look at the biggest size that we think.
Right.
And we'll just go with that. Yours was down to your ankles.
Wait, I mean, it was bigger than I was.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's before HGH.
Before HGH. Saved your life.
I was tiny.
You were small. I don't think I've ever seen like little kid pictures of you. No. I need to see little kid pictures of you.
Well, yeah, I would show you and you'd be like, oh, what a cute little kid. I'd be like, I was 14 years old.
Oh. Yeah, I need to see that.
Yeah. So I think
you did a good job. You did a great job explaining that.
I think so.
Damn.
Yeah, because I guess what, like 4th grade you start?
Yeah. And then you know what? I remember, oh my God, my mom listens. So sorry, Mom.
Go ahead.
We were in Florida and we were at my grandparents' house and my grandmother, Grandma Hilda.
Shout out to Hilda. Is she the one that had sex with your grandfather in your room?
No, that was Shirley and Irving.
That's
my mom's.
Of course.
Yeah.
Those are the saltpeters.
Yes.
That's where these genetics come from.
So I remember,
charged up ladies.
I remember she smoked, my Grandma Hilda, and I remember stealing a cigarette from her pack.
Not from Hilda.
From Hilda. One. And I put it in my bag, like hid it, wrapped it up in things, and brought it home and got 4 of my friends in middle school and brought it home. And me and my 4 friends went out into like the field and like shared the cigarette, 4 of us, this one little cigarette that was like crap now because it had been like crushed in the, and then when we got back home to my friend's house, we like scaled the walls thinking that her mom was like on the other side of the house, was going to smell us. Like, but the fact that I like literally smuggled it from Florida, 1 cigarette.
Was it enjoyable?
I like didn't feel either way about it then.
Right.
It was like I just wanted to be rebellious.
Just be rebellious and cool.
And then I didn't really start smoking then.
Do kids smoke now?
I don't know, but like we were talking about drugs with like, and not to do drugs and the things that you're gonna face and peer pressure. And Parker was like, I'm not gonna do drugs. Like, I mean, I might try a cigarette. And I was like, no, you're not.
I might try a cigarette. Oh my God.
I know.
Like not only like she's definitely gonna do it and is comfortable enough being like, yeah, I'll probably do that.
Probably should try it.
No.
And like I want them to want to be open with us and I want them to experiment, but like experimenting these days I feel like is way more dangerous than experimenting when we were young.
Yeah, because you get some fentanyl.
Yeah, and you're done.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, also you're in a pickle because like we can sit there. Jess and I are wholesome parents.
You are. We are not.
You're not. So it's like they go, we want to try this. And you're going to be like, no, you should never do that. And they're like, you literally do it.
We were exactly.
You do it like not just you tried it when you were a kid. You
like,
still do it right now.
Yeah. We were watching something where they were just talking about like instilling good values in your kids. And I stopped whatever we were watching. And I was like, are we doing that, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, well, I mean, and I was like, I feel like they tell them to be kind and to like, you know, like all these things. But he was like, I mean, probably not the best that we could, but I feel like we are. You're
good humans. I mean, to me, and that honestly is the most important thing. You're good human beings.
Yeah.
And you want to raise good human beings.
Yeah.
But the idea of like,
okay,
not making mistakes and drugs and cigarettes and sexual promiscuity. I mean, you're shit out of luck.
I'm still a person. Just because I had babies doesn't mean I can't still live my life. I don't want your life. I don't know. It's hard. It's like it's not hard for you, but it's a hard balance for me.
I mean, it would literally be like if I was like, guys, you should not watch professional wrestling on television.
Fuck you.
You know what I mean? They'd be like, what do you mean?
You do it, Dad.
Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do when you're like, you should not smoke cigarettes. It can kill you. And they go, you do it.
But I don't. I like it every once in a while.
Is that what you'll say? Every once in a while?
No, I'm telling you that.
Right.
It's not really like I'm not like a smoker.
No. I know. I don't feel any way about it. I feel fine about it. But I know that
I know what you're
socially,
saying.
So if they go, well, you do it every now and then, what would you say?
You're right. Okay, go have one.
That was an easy one.
No, I don't know what I'll say.
I got to talk to your kids. Just point out that she does it. You
can
do whatever you want.
I need to map out a plan before that happens.
I don't think you're going to.
You don't?
I think it's going to creep up on you. Ugh. The fact that there is no plan right now, it makes me feel like, at some point you're going to be like, you know what? Within the next week, I'm going to map out a plan. And that day, they're going to go, we want to do this now.
No. I'm not ready. Well, we didn't have a plan for the talk, like I told you, and I was like, when two people love each other.
Then guess what? You had no plan. You get seminal fluids.
Well, that's what Matt said.
Yes.
That's all he walked in, and then there's seminal fluid. Like that's how he presented it. I was like, first of all, no one says seminal fluid. Like I don't even think a doctor says seminal fluid.
It's gross.
What is it? Sperm, you would say.
Well, this sperm travels in seminal fluid.
Spunk.
It's spunk. Yeah. The spermies travel inside the goo.
Throat yogurt.
Throat yogurt is what.
I don't know, but like it's not like sperm.
And then you shoot out the throat yogurt. What are we doing?
Do you know that I said that for something when I was on Chelsea Handler's show years ago? It was like the first television I'd ever done. I don't remember what it was in reference to, but I said something and I said throat yogurt.
Was it okay?
And I got bleeped. They bleeped
Good
throat
for you.
yogurt.
Good for you. On Chelsea Handler's show?
Right? I think I was the first one to ever get bleeped.
That's sick.
Never got asked back again.
Really?
No, she actually came back and was like, you were really amazing. She said, but I mean, that show was over a little bit after I was
on. You were there late.
Yeah.
Because she like asks the same people back all the time.
Yeah, she's great. She's great and very intimidating.
Even when you were doing her show, she was intimidating?
I was terrified.
Why?
Because she's like, I'm like a badass woman. She's such a boss ass bitch and does not take shit and has done this whole thing in a man's world.
And it does feel like she looks at you. She's one of the types like when it's like a joke panel.
Yes.
Except when you're making a joke, she's looking at you like, what do you got?
Yeah. Don't mess this up. This is your moment.
I'm letting you go.
I made her giggle a couple times. When I said that though, she was like, oh.
That would be funny if it wasn't even a network thing. She was just grossed out by it.
Yeah. It had nothing to do. Like, that's fine.
On my show?
Yeah, you're disgusting.
What are you, nasty?
You nasty kid.
Oh.
I don't care. Round here, they call me Big Pun. We've got a lot of music happening in my head.
A lot of music happening. Yeah. Yes.
I need you to start White Lotus immediately. It's like annoying me. Like I have all these things I want to say to you and like talk to you about, and I can't do it.
Okay, I'll start season 1. Everybody's telling me to start that show.
I know. I'll go back and rewatch with you, but this season is just insane.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think it's having a moment like I mean, not that it was ever a small show, but I feel like it's having like a Severance type rise where like even people who weren't before, everybody's on board with this.
Is Severance like upsetting?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I want to watch it.
Well,
Matt watched the first season and started without me, so I was going to go back, but now I feel like it might like bother me. Is it like not upsetting, kind of like I can't think of the word. Like you're just trying to figure it out, maybe like a thriller a little bit, or
there's thriller elements to it for sure. Look, you're gonna have to
watch on my own, figure it out,
but focus.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, like it's like I kept like multitasking and
Like
doing
Game of
other.
Thrones when you're trying to keep like
I
all the
never even
characters in the
watched Game of
families. Me
Thrones.
neither.
What am I going to sit here and go? Oh, what the dragon's going to get us?
I mean,
dumb.
obviously it's not dumb because millions and millions of people loved it and like died for it.
Really? Well, I'm the Khaleesi and I have my own dragons.
Oh, do not. She really messed up with
You're
that.
one of my dragons.
Blake Lively and Taylor Swift are over. And,
Over.
And she has a song that references all of their kids. Betty, Inez, James, and then the boy was after that song.
Oh.
Yeah, like they're like her, like she's like their godmother. There's no way this is not over.
And now the dragon.
Now the dragon.
Yeah, no, I never watched that. But you do have to, like,
Okay.
I tried starting Severance multiple times, and I realized I was not paying attention to it.
Okay.
And I had to, like, start
over.
again. But once you get the ball rolling on it, it's great.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Do you wish you could have one person be one you and one you?
No, the whole show is about how terrible it is.
Okay. But in theory, it seems like it would be a good idea.
Well, not for us. I mean, we do radio shows. Like, what do we do? Like, this is part of the work. Like, what?
Right. If you could go into something very stressful and leave that there, it's kind of like the idea, and then come home and have it be different.
Yeah, I guess. Except what you don't realize, and this is like the fascinating part of the show, it's innies and outies. Innies are at work. Outies are out of work.
Oh.
Right. So your brain, your brain is severed. So like your at work brain and your at home brain feel like two separate people.
Mm.
But that means that they turn on and off to a degree. So you don't have an awareness of when you're at work. It just shuts off.
Right.
And then your innie takes over.
Right.
Except for the innies, they're just also people. Like they have their brain works the same way your brain would work, except they're just in this cycle of constantly every day at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
The brain turns off and they just blink, and the next thing they know, they're starting another workday. And then they blink and they're starting another workday. And then they blink and they're starting another workday.
I don't want that.
Yeah, you realize you're like, oh, that's psychotic.
Yeah. And is it a drug they take to make that happen?
No, it's an operation.
Oh, you have to go get your brain severed.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Controversial practice on the show. Like there are people who are like, this is inhuman.
I mean, I could see it happening. They used to do lobotomy. They don't still do lobotomies, do they? That was something that they
do.
What? Lobotomies?
I think you said lumbotomies.
Like labumba?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
Lobotomies? I don't know. I didn't mean to.
No, you said lobotomy. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Have you ever seen before and after pictures of people? They're like, and then after lobotomies, they're like, yeah.
Yeah, no.
They look like Mitch McConnell.
Maybe that's what happened. You know, they said he's not running for re-election.
I wonder why.
I think it's because he keeps getting made fun of on Satisfying.
It's definitely.
He said there's, what he said?
We got a cease and desist from him?
Mitch McConnell came out and he said there's this woman that keeps making fun.
Oh, God.
And nobody knows what he said.
Yeah. Oh, God, it's so upsetting. That's upsetting. I think I can handle severance. I can't handle looking at Mitch McConnell anymore.
Maybe he was severed. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe that's what happened.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, it's upsetting in that sense.
Okay.
There's a lot going on.
All right, I'm going to give it a shot, but you have to go do White Lotus.
I'll definitely do White Lotus.
All right, you want to tell me what's going on with what happened that like you're a kid in a freaking candy store on Monday Night Raw? What happened? Is not Monday Night Raw?
It is. You're excited about it?
Well, I just want to hear you. So I got to tell you. So I thought maybe I will be interested if you're saying it like that.
Well, you were interested last week, right?
Well, I like the way.
Are we doing Wrestling Stories with Nicole as a weekly segment on Satisfying?
I mean, I don't hate it.
Okay, I hope everybody else likes it.
As long as you do it the way that I need it done. You know,
right.
You know what I like. You know what I like.
Well,
and you know how I like it.
Do you remember what we learned last week?
Remind me. Oh yeah. Yes, the that word.
Heel?
Heel.
Okay. And who turned heel? Do we remember?
Yes, John Cena.
Yep. And who did he turn heel on?
On The Rock.
No.
Oh, the other guy. Cody?
Cody
Rhodes.
There he is.
I'm learning. I can be taught.
Okay. So this week, Cody Rhodes, John Cena isn't around. He'll be around next week in Belgium.
Okay.
Brussels.
Okay.
But Cody Rhodes cut 2 promos this week.
Okay.
That means getting in the ring with a microphone
and tell him what's
and
up.
just giving your feelings out there. Very aggressive, very much
they turned on him.
I'm not intimidated by you. Your dream to be the 17th world champion is not going to come true.
He said, fuck around and find out.
And I'm going to have the pleasure of stopping my hero's dreams.
What do you think's going to happen? Do you think that he's going to be able to stop his hero's dreams?
I'm not sure.
Okay, you really don't know.
I don't think so.
Really?
I think John Cena might get a 17th.
I mean, it's John Cena.
He is John Cena, but this is the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes we're talking about. Okay. But so since Cena, so it had that is there and it's cooking. That's cooking.
Cooking.
But the juice.
You said Jews.
Shout out, by the way. The juice.
The juice.
Okay, so you know who Roman Reigns is?
Yes.
The tribal chief?
Yes.
Right.
He sits at the head of the table.
You bet he does. This is
Yes.
a brass version of Roman Reigns. It's
I
not
dig
actually brass. It's just that's the color it's painted.
The color. I dig that.
Funko Fridays.
I love those Funkos.
You
I
do?
really do, actually.
So Roman Reigns lost the WWE Championship to Cody Rhodes last year at WrestleMania.
Yes.
And he's been on a quest to re-find his footing.
Okay.
He also took some time off, came back, took a little more time off. But he has a wise man named Paul Heyman.
Okay.
Okay. Paul Heyman originally...
Wait, when you say he has a wise man, like just like someone who he like looks up to, like a mentor?
It's his wise man.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Different wrestlers have wise men.
No, just Roman Reigns.
Got it.
And it's just Paul Heyman.
Okay.
Right. Paul Heyman is the wise man.
Trying to make sense. I got it.
Tribal council.
Okay.
So, Paul Heyman originally represented CM Punk. CM Punk is the original Paul Heyman guy. Do we know CM Punk?
I know that name.
Okay, great. No, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
Before Paul Heyman was Roman Reigns' wise man, Roman Reigns was in a group with Seth Rollins. Do we know Seth Rollins or no?
Yeah, these names sound familiar to me. They should, right?
Right.
Okay.
Called The Shield.
Okay.
Seth Rollins broke the Shield up
Yes.
by betraying Roman Reigns.
Okay.
He became a villain, later became a good guy again.
Okay.
Roman Reigns bounced off the Shield, had some rough waters trying to establish himself, but eventually established himself as the tribal chief, developed the bloodline, and now Roman Reigns is the biggest star in the industry.
Okay.
But Roman and Seth have hated each other ever since.
Okay.
Seth and CM Punk hate each other.
So much hate.
And there is tension between Roman Reigns and CM Punk because of the commonality of Paul Heyman.
Okay.
See?
Yes, I see.
So, a month ago at the Royal Rumble, which is every man for himself,
Yes.
30 men.
For themselves.
For themselves. And the way to lose that match is to be thrown over the top rope and have both feet touch the floor.
Who did that?
The winner of the match is the last man standing.
Okay.
And he goes to WrestleMania to face the champion. So everybody wants this.
Obviously.
Right. CM Punk eliminated Roman Reigns. First, he eliminated Seth Rollins. Then he eliminated Roman Reigns.
Taking him down.
And then CM Punk got eliminated. And on the outside of the ring, Roman Reigns couldn't believe what had happened. We said, why would you do that looking at CM Punk? Because Roman Reigns doesn't lose well.
Yeah.
And when he was furious with CM Punk, Seth Rollins lost his mind. And he jumped up on the stair. And he jumped in the air while Roman was kind of laying and double stomped his head, crushing it into the floor.
Oh, my God.
And I mean, beat the you-know-what out of Roman Reigns. And then CM Punk and Seth Rollins started fighting.
Oh, no.
Okay.
It's a mess.
Coming off the Royal Rumble, they said Roman Reigns, all he has disclosed is that he is out of action for the foreseeable future.
Because he was hurt that badly.
Because Seth Rollins attacked him like that. So in the meantime, Seth Rollins and
the cops ever come?
No.
Okay.
It was sanctioned by the WWE.
Just checking.
Yep. No, it's a good question. It's a very fair question.
Assault,
Right. So then, while Roman Reigns is gone, Seth Rollins and CM Punk's rivalry continues to heat up and heat up and heat up and heat up to the point where now, over a month later, because Royal Rumble was February 1st.
Okay.
We're now March 10th, Monday, March 10th, was Monday Night Raw in Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
They said, we're finally going to settle this. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins in a steel cage.
Is that a thing that they don't use often?
Not often.
Okay.
They surround the ring by a steel cage.
Right, okay.
That way, people are kept in and outsiders are kept out.
Yes.
And you can win the match by pinfall, submission, or escape through the door or over the top of the cage.
What's submission? Like I surrender?
Tap out.
Okay.
Yeah. So they have this amazing match, CM
Okay.
Punk and Seth Rollins. And they're going for it, and they're going for it, and they're killing each other. Both of them had opportunities to escape the cage, but neither one of them did because they wanted to make sure that their opponent was buried in the ground. There was no question after this match as to who had won this match. This was to end it all. And Seth Rollins finally hits CM Punk with a very similar stomp in the ring that he hit Roman Reigns with.
Oof.
And the door of the cage is open because Seth Rollins is getting ready to escape the cage.
Yeah.
And he's sitting in the turnbuckles like the war that I've been through. The war that I've been through. And the camera's tight on Seth.
Yeah.
And you can hear the audience like reacting to
breathing
something.
real heavy.
Right. And just as we think he's getting ready to leave the cage, we see a big Samoan arm wrap around the neck of Seth Rollins. And by the neck, pull Seth Rollins out of the cage. Technically, Seth Rollins wins, but the story's only beginning because Roman Reigns is back.
Okay.
Roman Reigns shows up in full tribal chief mode. Non-stop aggression.
Okay.
And just instantly starts beating the you-know-what out of Seth Rollins.
Yes, well, I mean,
hitting Seth with Seth's moves, hitting Seth with Roman moves, and doing it all to the point where Seth Rollins is not even responsive anymore, especially after the match that he's just been in.
Right.
Roman drags Seth Rollins.
Yeah, he's already exhausted.
Exhausted. Roman drags Seth Rollins to the steel stairs to the lead up to the ring, and he puts his head on the steel stairs. And he says, "This is where I end your career, Seth."
Oh, my gosh.
And he backs up, ready to just cave Seth's skull in before a bunch of security come and go, "No, you got to stop, Roman. You got to stop, Roman.
It's too much. It's too much."
And Roman can't, he's like, "What's going on here? What's going on?" And then he looks, and inside the steel cage where CM Punk still is, Paul Heyman is checking on CM Punk.
No. For real?
Yeah.
He's so flippy-floppy.
Because he still has love.
I know, obviously.
For CM Punk. And on the WWE podcast, I said, I mean, can you imagine?
That's messed up.
If you're in a relationship with somebody.
Yeah.
And they're with you.
Yeah.
But you know they had a deep love before you.
I mean,
and they go, hang on, I just need to make sure she's okay.
Nah.
Because you're the tribal chief, that's why.
Don't do that. That's not cool.
You're the tribal chief.
Okay.
That's what Roman Reigns thought too. He looked in and he saw Paul Heyman attending to CM Punk.
And
so he left Seth Rollins and walked right into that steel cage. And Paul Heyman turned around and went,
No, you deserve that. Don't look so surprised.
Right. And then right in front of Paul Heyman's face, Roman Reigns beat the shit out of CM Punk.
Well, I mean, he had it coming. You shouldn't have done that. You hurt your friend by checking on him.
And my question is, was he beating up CM Punk to teach CM Punk a lesson?
No.
Or
it was.
Was he beating up CM Punk in front of Paul Heyman?
Yes, it was.
To be like, oh, is he important to you?
The latter.
Oh, is he important to you?
The latter.
I'm going to wreck him.
He didn't care about CM Punk. He did it because of Paul Heyman.
And then he stood over CM Punk with the one up for the bloodline.
Is this your friend? This is your friend?
Boom.
No, that is diabolical.
And he stood on top of Punk with his one up. Rollins is down. Punk is down. Roman is back in charge.
Who's your daddy, bitch?
That's right.
What he said.
That's right. And Paul Heyman's just in the corner going,
yeah, well, what have I done?
What have I done?
What have I done?
Is this bad for me?
It's like a soap opera.
Yeah. See, you're all wrapped up in this too, right? It's exciting, isn't it?
Well, when you're telling me the story in the same way.
And you realize that there's background information here.
Yeah. Because like you can't.
And like why when the camera moves to the cage and Paul Heyman is in there with CM Punk and I went, no. And first we saw their backs.
He had to have known that was going to happen. He had to have known that this is not a good idea. This is not a good look for me to check on him while he's there.
Maybe he wasn't even and even worse, if he didn't know because he wasn't thinking about Roman. He was only thinking about Punk.
His friend.
That's worse, isn't it?
Right. Well, it's like
I didn't think you get mad. I was just thinking about her. I didn't.
Yeah, blinded by love. Blinded by love.
Oh, you were blinded by that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch her in the face again.
Well,
that's what you'd do, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Superman punch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Spear?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. And then you'd stand on top of her right in front of Matt.
What now, bitch?
Right. And be like, check again. Check to see if she's okay again.
I would.
Because I'll tell you what, if she was okay, she ain't now.
So I am Roman Reigns.
You're the tribal chief.
I mean, like, I vibe with him. I vibe with the way that he handled this.
And if you saw this, I should send you the YouTube.
Yeah, I kind of want to
Because his whole aura is, like, incredible.
Don't they just have aura now?
Don't
they just have aura?
Is it? Oh, he has aura.
He has aura. Whatever.
But the minute he steps in there, you're like, oh, he owns all this. And all these, like, this is all his. And you like that.
A lot. And
Right.
it's because of it's like deep connections.
Right.
And he doesn't forget, apparently.
No.
Probably doesn't even forgive.
No. He beats down.
It's my style.
Yeah. He was champion for 1,316 days. So
a long
you could,
time.
Yeah. Even you can understand.
Yeah. You got to protect. You got to protect your neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to send you that YouTube?
I do kind of.
Yeah.
Because now I feel like I can see it, but I want to see what I just heard.
And you see their backs at first. And I went, oh my God. And Megan was in here. Megan Morant, because we were about to do the Raw recap podcast.
Was she freaking out?
Well, I was like, that's the wise man.
Yeah.
She went, no.
Yeah.
And then they turned around. And she was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
We knew. You don't betray Roman Reigns.
No.
And you don't get in between Roman Reigns and his wise man.
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
That was dumb. It was really dumb. He was not thinking clearly.
I can't wait to see what the wise man is going to say.
I mean, you're going to have to let me know.
Yeah. And now, I mean, there's a potential of going to WrestleMania with a triple threat match between Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns.
Oh my God, would you literally
But
jizz your pants if
should
they
this
were all
happen?
together?
But let me ask you this. Whose corner is Paul Heyman going to be in?
I don't know. Because
See?
now he's kind of pissed at everyone.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't going to be Seth Rollins' corner.
Or CM Punk.
You don't think Paul Heyman will be in CM Punk's corner? He was checking on him.
No, because look, they got him in trouble. So maybe he'll have to stay away a little bit.
You think he'll learn his lesson?
I don't know. You would hope so, but clearly.
Because you're seeing yourself as Roman Reigns now.
Yeah.
And you're going like, wow.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Like if she shows up here again, Matt will know better.
Right.
Is what you're thinking.
Yes.
But you know Matt.
Never knows better.
No, he doesn't.
Right?
No, he doesn't.
Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
Right.
That he's king of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Because this is what bothers you. You look at that girl and you know she still loves your man.
Of course.
And he likes the way that makes him feel. It's not that he loves her more than he loves you.
He loves being
loved.
Loved, yeah.
And it's fresh,
adored.
It's fresh love.
Fresh love.
Your love is not fresh.
No.
Your love's a little stale.
Right.
And also resentment.
So much.
But
it's damaged.
It's damaged. The love's very, very, damaged. And by the way, not your fault.
No.
Not your fault.
The time did it.
And he did some of it.
So much. So much damage. So much.
Right. But with this old chick,
yeah,
she's forgotten all the resentment.
Right.
It's only the love.
And now she wants to, right.
You don't remember the bad stuff. You remember the good stuff. That's how we're programmed as human beings. When you have a baby,
yes,
you don't remember. All you remember, I see you posting pictures on Instagram of your little babies, and you miss them so much.
I do.
Do you remember one thing that you didn't enjoy? Probably not.
No, yeah, I mean, you do. You romanticize.
Right.
Right? And that's why people keep having babies.
You don't remember waking up. You don't remember any of it.
Right. Being exhausted and the tantrums.
No.
Yes.
No.
Right. Yeah.
Same way in relationships.
All right.
You don't remember like the resentment. You don't remember.
So when am I going to find out what happens?
With this?
Yeah.
I mean, it'll progress week by week.
Okay.
Until WrestleMania.
Okay. Keep me posted.
Which is about 6 weeks.
Keep me informed.
I hope that we keep doing these stories.
You want me to do it so then I all of a sudden am watching wrestling.
To the point where you're like
I'm in.
I mean, it is Monday.
All right. I got nothing else to watch.
Like it'll start with you being like, well, Sam's my friend. I guess I'll watch one of his wrestling podcasts. I've never checked one of these out.
No.
Like, I'm just watching this for Sam though.
Yeah.
And then you're like, is it for me or is it for the content?
Fully invested.
Right. Right.
I'm really invested in this, what you just told me right now.
And this is a whole separate story. So I've gotten you on 2 storylines.
You have. There's so many soap operas. There's got to be so many writers on this.
They have 2 different writing teams.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother world.
But I mean, because these matches, like, who cares if there's not a reason? Who cares if there's nothing to get invested in?
Right, right.
You need to get invested.
You need to feel it.
It's not an exhibition.
Right. That's why the storyline of a reality show works. That's why whatchamacallit?
Yeah, but reality show storylines are fake.
Okay. He's just led me down that road and I almost fell right into it.
You almost were like, huh? Yeah, yeah. Are you watching any reality shows?
I'm not watching Traders, and I know that really hurts your heart.
I mean, it's done.
Yeah, I know. I just watched all the Housewives. I watched Southern Charm. I will watch the new Vanderpump. Yeah, I really am a Bravo girl when it comes to reality TV.
I see.
Yeah.
You never did the Bravo Andy show? I guess it's on the same time as you.
You didn't mean like go on his show?
Yeah.
No, I've done Jeff Lewis a million times, which is on his
We
channel.
love Jeff Lewis.
Love us some Jeff Lewis. But no, I don't even think Andy knows who I am. Oh, actually, he does know who I am.
Of course, everybody knows who you are.
No, but he only knows because the botched Botox guy, he said he found out about my story and he had gotten Botox from him before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. He was like, oh my God, I got, like, he was in Hell's Kitchen, like really, like for the most part, serving all of the gays. It was like a very large gay clientele. It's Hell's Kitchen.
Sure.
And then me and my friends, I guess.
Literally all of your friends.
Every single friend I have.
Did anyone else have
Not
health?
really.
Anything?
No. But I mean, I did tell you I need you to watch because I keep being told by family members, up, you're going cross-eyed again. Up, you're going cross-eyed again.
And when you say family members, you mean
what is one? Parker.
your daughter.
My daughter. Oh God.
Can you?
That Botox guy really messed you up.
Is that what she says?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How could he do this to you? He was so nice.
How can he do this to you?
So nice. Loved him. Yeah. So yeah, they still are. They're getting a little wonky, and I'm probably due soon, so I got to find a new guy.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do?
I mean, how are you gonna? Is there a way that you can maybe stop looking for deals on Botox?
Yes.
How about going forward? Anything medical, anything involving needles, anything injectable? Like, don't look for a deal.
Why?
Because
Like, don't you like a deal? Like, don't we look like for like a twofer, like at the grocery store, or when you like buy like a BOGO?
I mean, I don't even have hair, but if I'm going to get my beard cut,
Yeah.
if you tell me
You're not
there's
gonna use a Groupon?
right, if you tell me there's a cheaper place down the street, I go, well, then I think I found the right place here.
I know. Meanwhile, I don't know why I'm
Tattoo
looking.
artist, you don't want a deal on a tattoo.
No, you don't.
This
Oh my-
is
my favorite is like tattoo fails when they try to get like someone's face on them and it looks nothing like them. They look like a
Horrible.
gargoyle or something.
horrible.
Horrible.
Did you ever meet? Did you ever meet Eastside Dave, who used to work on
Yeah.
Ron and Fez?
Yeah.
Redheaded.
Yes.
Did you ever see a Sopranos tattoo?
No, is it horrible?
Oh my God. So this was going back years. He actually got it covered up on one of those tattoo disasters television shows. Like he made it on the show. That's how bad it was.
It was really bad.
But so he kept making bets, right? He said, I'll bet Tony dies at the end of The Sopranos. That's how long ago it was. I bet Tony dies on the last episode of Sopranos. And then Ron was like,
That's a long time ago.
will you get it tattooed on you? And he goes, yeah. He goes, you know what? I think the wife will die too. I think Carmela will die too.
But we don't even.
And he goes, we get that tattooed on you? He goes, yeah. I think the kids will die. Okay, we get that tattooed on you?
Okay,
and it got to the point where it's the whole Soprano family. He thought everyone in the Sopranos was going to die.
Well,
Or,
did he shake on it? Was this like a
I mean, the bet's a bet.
okay.
He said it on the air.
Okay.
And so he did make the bet of all of them are going to die. None of them died.
No. Well, I mean, Tony might have. We don't know.
Might have, but not enough.
Right.
So they got a tattoo artist to come in.
He did it in the studio?
In the studio,
Oh.
on the old 57th Street studio. And
Oh, no.
he basically made, it almost looked like Mount Rushmore on like one of his shoulders, all the Sopranos characters' heads.
It was bad.
And then under it, this was Ron's advice. Do you remember what Tony said when the onion rings got to the table?
No.
He said, I ordered for the table.
Okay. Did he get that? I ordered for the table? Oh, no.
It's the best thing ever. So it was all the heads of the whole family.
Yes.
It was Tony,
Meadow.
AJ, Carmela.
Yeah.
And under it said, I ordered for the table.
Did they tell the tattoo artist to do them badly, or
No.
did they just get a bad one?
No, they
You
were just like,
hoping
just
maybe it
do
was-
them.
Just do it, and it was horrible.
You couldn't tell who any of them were. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. Like
That's as funny as Sal from Impractical Jokers having Jaden Smith's face on his upper thigh. Two, I think.
But at least those are good.
Yeah, they do look just like
They
him.
actually are good,
Yeah.
Jaden Smith.
Yeah, but still so creepy.
I'm gonna see if I can find a
I
picture
need
just
to
because
see. Like Matt has tons of tattoos. You don't have any tattoos, right?
I have I have some.
Oh,
here.
you do. You have Jack White and
Rob Zombie.
Matt has one from college. He went to Towson. He likes the Tar Heels because his dad used to play for them. And drunkenly, his ex-girlfriend convinced him on the ride home when he was like almost borderline blacked out to get the Tar Heels symbol on his upper thigh, white upper thigh, and it was not even the right color of the Tar Heels.
Oh.
Yeah, he was.
I almost. What's the drink? Is there a Blacktooth Grin something tooth grin,
Yeah.
black tooth, gap tooth grin, whatever. There's a drink called, it might be, I don't know what
I don't know what it is either.
But at one of my friends' bachelor parties,
Yeah.
we were in the city, and I almost convinced him at his bachelor party with his wedding a week away to get a tattoo of the black tooth grin or whatever it was, because I told him I would get one too, and I was willing to get one
Just so he had it for the wedding.
Yeah.
Where on his
like arm or something, like on a spot that you wouldn't want it. And I was like, yeah, I'll get it. I'll get it 100% because I don't care, and he will, and his wife will really care,
right?
And it'll be really funny.
Yeah.
But he was so drunk that the tattoo artist was like, "You guys got to leave. I can't.
Well, also, it'll bleed more if you're that wasted.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like this. Like I could draw this.
That's Eastside Dave's Sopranos tattoo.
Carmela's bangs are short. Like she's like from the East Village. Like those like mini bangs. Why does? Oh my god, Tony. Oh my god, they look like something's wrong with them.
Yeah.
They're demented.
Yeah.
Sopranos family. That does not look like AJ either. It's
No,
a random dude.
Looks like Liam Neeson in Taken or something.
Yeah, perhaps.
What does it say under it?
I ordered for the table. Oh my God. Sorry. Oh,
Worst thing you've ever seen?
Worse than I've ever seen. That's really bad.
Oh, well, look. Everybody subscribe across all platforms, audio. We're on the SiriusXM app, Spotify, Apple. Subscribe on YouTube. Leave comments, leave reviews, do the whole thing. Tell all your friends. This has been great.
Yes.
And we'll talk to you soon.
Hey, guys. That's fucking.
I ordered for the table.
I ordered for the table.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That